Hi, good morning. It's Trish, and I'm on Facebook. I think it's been going on 10 o'clock or so. I don't know if you're gonna, how many people will see this live, but I'm just live because this is when I need to be live because I am throwing out a challenge out there. And I started it over on my other page, and I've shared it here below in the post below. So it's a post about just my journey and where I'm going. Hey, Jody. Hi, sweetie. A friend, a new friend of mine and a very dear friend of mine, Miss Annie Clark Frickett, who I'm going to be tagging in this post, she sent me a very special gift, and at just at the right time too. I received from her over the weekend the 5-Minute Journal, which is a Mel Robbins creation, and most of you know who Mel Robbins is. If you're one of my friends, you probably know who Mel Robbins is. Of all the mentors out there in coaching and training and personal development stuff, she is a rock star to me because I relate to her. And if you don't know who she is, if you Google her and check her out, and I'm not promoting her and I'm not promoting this book either or anything, I'm just telling you this is what it is, right? But if you have not heard of her or read any of her work or seen her, Google her or go to YouTube and just Google her, go to her channel. She's watch her, and then if you know me well, you'll probably see why her particular style of motivational speaking and reaching out to people and connecting resonates with me. Anyway, my friend Annie sent me this book, and it's the 5-Minute Journal, and it's, and I just bought myself 2 or 3 new journals in the last 2 months, right? Because that's what we do. But anyway, I've been going through this trip of learning how to figure out what I'm doing now with the rest of my life, with finally learning that I have ADHD and how to deal with it. And one of the things I'm realizing that I have to do is to be face forward, face to the wind, and be out there with it, because it is a journey that I know a lot of other people are on, and I know that there are a lot of adults and a lot of women around my age who are also learning of this, because once I was finally diagnosed, obviously, I started to want to connect and with people that, are just like me. So there are a million groups here, not a million groups, exaggeration, ADD, squirrel. Sorry. There are tons of groups here on Facebook, all kinds of support groups. So if you are a person that has it, or you're thinking that you have it, research it. Getting the diagnosis was a revelation, because it just explained so much about who I was, why I was the way I was always in my life, why I became an alcoholic, aside from the fact that it runs in the family. But now knowing that it probably, I think my brother probably had it. I think my dad had it, but I have it. And it's not a diagnosis that came like just at the snap of a hat. I've been working with excellent people in the field for the last year, working towards this diagnosis, and now trying to figure out, okay, well, what does that mean now for now, as I am in my mid-50s and approaching this next, I don't know, how many more quarters do I have left? Anyway, I'm going to say this is the 3rd quarter of my life, right? Yeah, of course. This is the 3rd quarter. Anyway, part of it is, I think, what I need to do is to be able to be honest and authentic about what it is, and maybe it'll help someone. If it helps one person to know that they're not alone. And, there are certainly other people that you can research on there. I'm only just beginning, I am not an expert. I am beginning this journey, and I am seeking the help of experts along the way. But I think that part of getting right with it and figuring out who you are and who your authentic self is when you get new information about yourself is to just be out there with it. And those of you who know me know I've always been pretty much out there with who I am. I mean, I don't wear tattoos to say who I am or what I am, but if you know me and you care about me, I think that you get why I'm doing this. And if you don't, That's okay too. It doesn't matter. So back to this. The reason for this post is because it's piggybacking on the one that I shared below and on my other page where I posted it. This journal that Annie gave to me, on each page, Mel has a challenge, a get out of your comfort zone challenge. And I started this journal and then immediately went down a rabbit hole that I was approaching. Just the, constant cold weather here and just seasonal affective disorder and just a lot. I just kind of went down that rabbit hole and didn't do the challenges when I should have. Well, I woke up this morning and basically did all of them, including taking a cold shower. And I posted about it on my other page, but by the time that video loaded and everything, I wasn't cold anymore because I was going to do an immediate follow-up post so that you could see. Because obviously I didn't post me being in the shower. I did post me getting in just from this tall, right? Okay, so because, my husband would be freaking. And if he's watching this right now, hopefully he's not because he's out of town right now. You will see this though. Anyway, I am being my authentic self. So I want to prove to you guys, because I'm throwing out this challenge to you, all right? My challenge was to take a cold shower. That's the one I'm focusing on today because I just did it, because it's not like I'm going to want to do it every day, although it was kind of refreshing, in case you're not getting that idea. I'm like pumped. But I also danced for half an hour, and I journaled for 20 minutes, and I watched the sunrise, and just woke up in major gratitude, climbed out of the rabbit hole after a really good night's sleep. But to prove to you guys that, I did take the cold shower, I'm going to step outside now. It's not as cold as it's been. We've had sub-zero temperatures here for days and days on end, and it is warming up. I don't know what the temperature is. If anybody locally is watching this, tell me, but I'm going outside. Okay, I'm wearing my bathrobe. I just got out of the shower. My hair is wet. My mother would be saying, "Don't go outside with a wet head." Did your mom ever say that to you? Tell me, if your mom ever said to you, "Don't go outside with a wet head, you'll catch cold," put a 1 below. Just curious. All right, I'm out here, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn the camera around here. Okay. This is very, very beautiful.